If you're into private islands, yachts and supermodels arriving by the boatload, then you've come to the right place. In this video we are going to take a peek into the lavish and luxurious life of Saudi Arabia's party Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Let us for a moment take you back to halfway through 2015, where a few dozen men from the Middle East partied with 150 stunning ladies who had been flown in from Brazil, Russia, and other countries and were then transported to a private island in the Maldives. Mohammed bin Salman, who is now the country's prime minister and crown prince of Saudi Arabia, served as the host. He is heir to the throne and one of the most powerful individuals in the region. He is also one of the richest, and on this particular occasion he was prepared to have a huge party that would last for about a month. Falah, a private island in the Maldives, was chosen as the location because it was intended to be one of the world's most opulent and expensive locations. There were about 40 private villas on the island, several of which were perched above the Indian Ocean's azure seas. The accommodations had personal decks and swimming pools. Each one had a personal butler. Even a snow machine was present, allowing guests to enjoy a manufactured snowfall on the sunny beach. According to Bradley Hope and Justin Sheck in their book Blood and Oil, Mohammed bin Salman's ruthless quest for global power, it was a vacation fit for a prince. Mohammed bin Salman, also known as MBS, and his entourage had the entire island to themselves since he had rented it out. A whopping $50 million was spent on it. The resort's more than 300 employees would each receive a $5,000 incentive in addition to significant cash tips. These same employees typically made between $1,000 to $1,200 per month. MBS and his team prioritized privacy above everything else, therefore they felt the money was well spent. He was fighting tooth and nail to keep the celebration out of the media. Mohammed was aware that the young people of Saudi Arabia were frustrated by online accounts of the prince's ostentatious homes, shopping binges at Harrods, their sports cars racing through the streets, and tired of decades of outrageous spending by the ruling family. The staff members were not permitted to bring smartphones onto the island in order to maintain privacy. For communication, they could only bring a Nokia 3310, and for disobeying this rule, 2 employees were fired. A few employees were in charge of welcoming the arriving models. The women were driven away in a golf cart to a medical facility where they underwent STD testing as the boats arrived at the island's pier. The seaplanes carrying Mohammed bin Salman and his buddies didn't arrive until after the testing was finished and the women had settled into their villas. MBS hired well-known performers from all over the world, such as Pitbull, Gangnam-style musician Psy from Korea, and DJ Afrojack. Private Island News reported that Shakira and Jennifer Lopez were also scheduled to perform. The majority of the day was spent sleeping by the men, but as dusk fell, they came out, eager to celebrate. On a dance floor next to a pool, bands and DJs performed, and smaller performers performed on stages dotted around the island. One night, MBS was so enthralled by the stadium-filling Afrojack's performance that he scaled the stage. Apparently, when Mohammed took control of the DJ table and began playing the songs of his choice, the men and models celebrated while Afrojack skulked away grumbling and being cautious to only swear aloud when he was out of the prince's earshot. Often, the celebrations would last until dawn. Alright guys, we're halfway through our video on the billionaire lifestyle of Mohammed bin Salman. If you're enjoying this video, we'd appreciate if you would take a second to like and subscribe, as it shows us that you value this content and helps us to know what videos you would like in the future. Now back to Mohammed bin Salman. MBS occasionally used his own employees, such as when it came to supplying alcohol, which is prohibited in Saudi Arabia, because the Saudis didn't want people from another Muslim nation to witness them drinking. The villa personnel were kept at a distance. However, little than a week into the bacchanal, a local newspaper was informed of MBS's attendance. The information quickly spread to other locations. MBS quickly up and left. The women left soon after. The prince did not appear to learn any lessons about maintaining a low profile from the episode. It simply served to emphasize how crucial privacy is. The Serene, a 439-feet superyacht that elevates luxury to a new level, was soon acquired by MBS. The Russian vodka tycoon who owned the ship received more than $500 million from the Crown Prince, nearly twice what it originally cost. It has a larger floor area than the concourse at Grand Central, with about 48,000 square feet. It had a grand piano, a spiral staircase, 2 helipads, a submarine dock, an underwater viewing area, a jacuzzi, and a movie theater. It could be transformed into a party palace for nights with close friends, yet it was sleek and opulent and ideal for hosting VIPs. MBS's crew also purchased a gaudy French chateau near Versailles, with fountains, elegant lawns, and even a moat, for more than $300 million so they could unwind on dry land. Perhaps the Crown Prince's extravagant spending was a response to his humble upbringing, at least by Saudi royal standards. MBS is the firstborn to his mother, the king's 3rd wife, and the 8th child of King Salman. He grew up loving fast food, computer games like the Age of Empires series, and scuba diving. MBS did not pursue his education in England or France like some of his siblings did. He remained in Saudi Arabia, and his continued presence there allowed him to gain an in-depth understanding of the vulnerabilities of his rivals within the royal family. When he was 15 years old, he discovered through a cousin that despite serving in politics for many years, his father had not collected a serious fortune and had been dangerously indebted to princes and businesses. "It was the first shock and challenge that I faced in my life," he would later say. MBS began looking for ways to make money as a result of his financial anxiety. He asked his father for permission to operate a business, which was rare for a royal. His father merely laughed. But soon he would be earning some real cash. By the time he was 16 years old, he had earned over $100,000 from selling the gold coins and pricey watches that his affluent family had given him as gifts. He started to trade stocks, and later, he began founding his own businesses. He started a company that collects trash and a series of real estate businesses. In one oft-told legend, he sent a bullet to a land official who had declined to give him the title to a plot he demanded, the authors of Blood and Oil right. The move earned him the nickname Father of the Bullet. Additionally, his official contacts allowed him to enrich himself. After regulators discovered he and other royals were making significant investments in firms right before newsworthy announcements, they were charged with insider trading. Since the country's inception, a vast number of royals have governed Saudi Arabia, sharing authority and forging coalitions. Different sides frequently disagree. But as he gained power, MBS showed no mercy in crushing any prospective rival and consolidating his position of authority. In the end, he defeated his cousin to take the position of crown prince, and a few months later, he oversaw a 2017 corruption purge that resulted in the imprisonment of many royals. The prince, who is rumored to be close to his father, has taken over as Saudi Arabia's prime minister. He was the driving force behind several of the recent reforms made in the nation, including one back in 2017 enabling women to drive. And given his age, his influence and extravagant spending will probably be felt for a very long time to come. Well guys, we hope you enjoyed this video on the billionaire lifestyle of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. We recommend you check out our video on Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion skyscraper, as it is directly related to the prince, and we are sure you will find it extremely interesting. If you haven't done it already, please tap that like button and hit subscribe, as we really appreciate it and it helps us to bring out more content that we know you enjoy. Thank you for watching Luxury Living.